Jefferson, and Xavier wins game one. Xavier by a score of 25-18. We'll switch sides and have a short intermission here and then be back for number two.
Whether it's Meatball Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday Wing Night, or Love Me Tenderloin Thursday, Friday Fish Dinner, Saturday Stir Fry, or Savory Sunday Strips, the only place to get your meat is from Fairway. Farm fresh, premium quality, butcher cut, Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about. Whether it's meatball.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Always interesting when you get to a state championship venue, such as the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network is at the U.S. Cellular Center. We have someone leading the cheers from the cheering section, I assume, from Xavier. The kids that are here filling up the whole section, having a lot of fun. The stats in from the first game. Team attacked by set for Xavier at 278. And by Pella at 129. So 4 block attempts by Pella, 2 by Xavier. Xavier had 1. As far as assists, 15 for Xavier and 10 for Pella. So that would indicate why Xavier took game 1. They just were moving the ball around a little better. I'm Lance Reno from the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids as the next game upcoming, coming here in Class 4A, will be on this same court. Dallas Center Grimes and Bondurant Farrar. Sergeant Bluff Luton and West Delaware are slated to go at it in their second game in the venue, the court you see just beyond our screen. So here we go. It will be Pella serving, and doing the serving is Kennedy Klein. Xavier, and a good dig on from under the net, but they're going to call it for the net. So Pella will start with the first point of this game. Xavier had the first point of game 1. Klein checks over for where the coach wants the ball served. Xavier in the backcourt, setting up, and the hitter from the left side, it's in. And Eve McGill with her 5th kill of the game, and the series we should say, evens this one up at 1 each. Correction, that went to Pella. I apologize. The serve, and now Xavier gets the point. Pella can't handle the return, 2-1 in favor of the Lady Dutch. Both teams in green, although Pella's is a darker green as they serve from the left. That's Xavier. Pella comes from the right. Ball is out of bounds. Touched last by Xavier. Pella with the point. And still the serve. Here's the dig by Xavier, ready to set it into the backcourt. And it's going to be touched by Pella before he went out. Getting the touch attempt was a libero that time for Pella. Emily Holterhouse. Correction. Kennedy Klein. 3-2. Xavier with the serve here. take it low. Pella had 5 back defending the back line. Here's a little drop off in for the point. Emily Holterhouse drops it off for Pella. 4-2 Lady Dutch in game 2. Substitution in for Pella is Madison Rempe. As our substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTins.com today. Now the shot by Xavier on the return goes out of bounds. Pella beginning to sense a bit of momentum here. This is a match on court 2. Pella continues serve. Dug out by Xavier. Nice shot that time, but not returnable. Eve McGill. She has been key for Xavier in stopping some Pella runs. And as you not always see in sports, you make a nice play, sometimes you get to do the next one. McGill will serve for the Saints. Pella digs it from the back line. Running shot that time by Pella. Countered by Xavier. At the net, the block attempt by Pella. Point goes to Xavier. 5-4 now. The Saints trailing by 1. And service continues with Eve McGill. Only a sophomore. She's 6'5", and serves it into the net. Very tall, lanky young lady, and a substitution. Ashley Heinrichs coming in for McGill in the Saints lineup. Lady Dutch on serve. Emily Holterhouse. And a dig there by Xavier. Kira Ball. A shot across the net goes good for Akila Jefferson. And we got a 6-5 score going on right now. Service. Xavier lets it go. And it's a out shot. We're tied at 6. First tie of this one. 25-18. Xavier won the first game. A low serve across the net. Pella able to dig it and return it. Now the pass, the set, the block. Xavier still on command. And the drop-off blocked by Pella at the net. They're going to say it's in. Was Jenna Schulte. 7-6. Xavier with the lead. Pella with the return to the net. Xavier with their second and third hit. Gets it back to the Pella court. Pella trying to set it at the net. There's the kill attempt, up and good. Pella's Natalie Clayberg. And we are tied at 7. We were tied at 6 and tied at 7. Substitution back into the Saints lineup is Eve McGill. She'll go to the back line. Pella will serve. And Xavier coming back with the Vanderwall serve. Set at the net. This is Vanderwall resetting it. Pella trying to drop it off. Now from the middle. Dig there for Xavier. Vanderwall. And the shot is down, up and good by Natalie Clayberg. And Pella returns in the lead. Back-to-back points. 4 officials on each court at the state volleyball tournament. 2 line judges and 2 net judges. Here's the serve. Just barely floated. No rotation at all. Block at the net by Clayberg with help from Jenna Schulte. Point goes to Pella. 3 points in a row run off now by the Lady Dutch. It's always interesting to see the young ladies from the various schools sporting their school colors. As Xavier gets the Pella shot, serve, and trying to get the shot across the net that time was Kira Ball, but blocking it, Natalie Clayberg. Don't look now, but Pella's coming back with a bit of a run. That is the quick kill for Clayberg of Pella. Still serving. Vanderwall. Xavier. And a nice shot from the middle. Emily Jasper able to place it where she wanted. It brings the score to 10-8 in game number 2. Getting some directions now. Continuing the serve is Jasmine Yamelkowski. At the net, we have a call. Pella into the net. That ties it. The point to is Xavier. And we are tied at 10. Neither team able to pull away so far. Running serve by Xavier. Yamelkowski. Now setting it at the line is Garrison. Pella trying to set it. Up in the air that time by Yamelkowski. And here's a strong shot. Katie Garrison. Sophomore able to get it placed. Xavier has regained the lead. They've run off 4 unanswered points. 11-10. Game 2. Served by the Saints. Pella tries to keep it alive in the air. Across the line, a dig by the Saints. Here's a drop off in the middle. And again, nice spot work by Emily Jasper. 2-point Xavier lead. A run of 5 points here. Xavier 27-8 coming in. Pella sends the ball in the air now across the net. Xavier will have to hurry it across. They do. Pella with the dig and trying to get it set up at the center line. Came up just a little bit short. And we're going to have a timeout right here taken by Pella. With the score, Cedar Rapids Xavier 13, Pella 10.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
You're watching state volleyball on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in today. Coverage today of the quarterfinals, and tomorrow the semifinals come your way on Thursday with the finals set for Friday. After the Pella timeout, Xavier will serve it here with a 13-10 lead. But Pella cannot answer the serve. The ball took a spin, and Natalie Clayberg not able to keep it in play. 7 unanswered points by Xavier. In the middle of the match, Pella sets it at the net, trying to drop it off successfully. Looks like the play was made that time for Pella by Kaylin Valster. 14-. For the most part, this has been a match that has been within 3 to 4 points on a consistent basis. And Clayberg's serve into the net. Point goes over Xavier. And their serve. Serving it, Akila Jefferson gets it across the net. Oh, and an easy drop-off. Eve McGill at 6'5". She saw it coming and tapped it gently. It was an easy point for her. Way over the top of the Pella defenders at the center line on the rotation. Clayberg keeps it alive for Pella. They go to the back line to Xavier. Setting it, and here's a block at the net for Pella. Jenna Schulte with the block. And we have a substitution in the Pella lineup. As soon as he turns, I'll catch the number. Anna Vanderwall, I believe, is back in, or the libero on the serve. Xavier gets it to the far side. Vanderwall had no chance on that shot by Xavier. So Xavier serves it from the back line towards the front. And a kill attempt is going to go off Xavier, out of bounds, and point goes to Pella. Emily Holterhouse with the kill. That's her 7th. Pella serve. Xavier setting it to the front row. Block at the net, goes out of bounds. Point goes over to Xavier. 18-13. Xavier with the lead, and they'll serve. Mercedes Berger doing the serve honors. Pella will pass it toward the front line and get 5 players back near the back line. Dig out for Xavier by Kira Ball, and now they can't make the play. The point goes to Pella, 18-14. Xavier won the opening game in this set by a score of 25-18. Pella serve. Xavier trying to set it. Pella with the save. To the back row. Xavier will loft it to the sideline, dropping it off into play. Pella setting it in the middle. And Xavier got a hand on it. Nice save. Xavier drops it back to the Pella side of the court. Good volley by both teams here. From the left side, the shot is out. Point goes to Pella. A nice volley that ends in the Lady Dutch getting the point. 3-point differential right now in the match. Xavier goes to the back row. Tough shot. And is Pella going to save it? No. That was a difficult placement and a difficult play. Our substitution being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Serving Iowans since 1884. You can be worry-free with IMT. Out of the Pella lineup comes Madison Rempe. Pella on the attack with the kill attempt from the left side. Pella with the save. Setting it at the net. The shot's going to come back. Pella gets it across, but it's in the net by the Lady Dutch. Point, Cedar Rapids Xavier. Now the service by Eve McGill. To the back row, and it is out. 20-16 in favor of the Saints. Pella with serve honors. Emily Holterhouse, middle hitter, 6'2", senior. Takes it to the back line for Xavier. Here's the block attempt at the net that comes back. Nothing much that time Kira Ball could do. Eve McGill was there trying to help, but the ball just spun away from him. 20-17. 3-point differential in the game. On the run, and Pella with a block. Xavier, they're going to say point goes to Pella. Double hit. Look out. We have now closed the margin. Xavier at one point had an 18-20 point to 15 lead. And timeout on the floor with Xavier up over Pella 20-18.
Get their feet here on the pavement and big. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and big.
20-18, Cedar Rapids Xavier with the 2-point advantage, but Pella has the serve in game 2. Xavier won game 1, 25-18. Xavier with a little different look, gets the shot down. Could it That time, Yamelkowski with the good shot in the far right corner. That earns Xavier the serve honors. Olivia Richards to the Pella backcourt. And Pella comes right back. Getting a nice shot out of the center line, Jenna Schulte. 21-19. And a substitution. Eve McGill returns, replacing Ashley Heinrichs. Pella on serve. Xavier. Return is long. And all of a sudden, the fans to our right cheering on the Pella Dutch in the upper decks. And Pella continues the serve. Kind of a butterfly ball at the net. Shot goes out, and the point goes to Pella. We are tied at 21. 6 out of the last 7 points now belong to the Lady Dutch. Serving for the lead, but after this, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back.
Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do.
As we are here in game number 2, turning out to be quite an interesting matchup and an even one. Xavier had the lead early on, but Pella has rallied to tie the match at 21. And Pella has served. Now we get the official signal. Anna Vanderwall serving for the lead. Xavier trying to counter. Pella with the dig. Xavier sets, ready to return. The pass to the front row, and the kill attempt is good. Getting the kill attempt down there that time for Xavier. Gets the lead now, 23-22. Pella fans on their feet. To our right, Xavier fans are on their feet, trying to will their team on to win. The serve by Pella, the return by Xavier. Here comes the return, but Pella counters. At the net, Pella gets it across. Now the pass, and the shot is down. Once again, Emily Jasper with a big play for Xavier. For the 3rd straight time, we're tied, and Xavier with the service honors. The serve, Akila Jefferson. It's into the net by Pella. Point goes to Xavier. And again, Akila Jefferson has a chance to give her team the win here. The serve to the backcourt. Pella answers it. Vanderwall. And Jefferson cannot return it for Xavier. That puts it back in a tie at 24. Substitution into the lineup now for Pella as the serve comes. Xavier at the front of the net, feeds it off the left. Here's the shot, and it's out. Point goes to Pella. They have served and need to win another point to even this set. Here's the return by Xavier. And they get the point. Eve McGill with the kill. We're tied at 25. That's the 9th kill for McGill. Akila Jefferson has 8. Pella trying to come back, gets the point. Shot down that time by Emily Holterhouse. So again, Pella has a chance to win it as Kaylin Valster gets the serve. Her team up by a point. Xavier needs to even it to stay alive. Valster with the dig. Pella sets it across the mat to the left side, and it's out of bounds off Pella. Again, McGill with a nice kill. Tied at 26. We have been tied now for 6 straight scores. Got a win by 2. Xavier. Mercedes Berger kicks it to the front line. Xavier sets it in the middle. Pella counters. A little drop off into the net. Emily Holterhouse left it just a shade short. As now Xavier with the serve and the opportunity to close out this one. Mercedes Berger takes it deep. Pella counters, passes on the left side. Xavier setting it again to McGill. Her kill shot is returned. And here comes McGill again. Pella trying to keep it alive. Now, again, setting McGill. And she gets the point. Spun off a couple of Lady Dutch. McGill had it in the right location. And with that, Cedar Rapids Xavier takes the lead. They win 28-26 to go up 2 games to none. Game 3 coming your way in just a moment or two. I want to remind you that leaders start at Central College and scholar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, Central College student athletes, 112, have received academic all-conference recognition. Learn how to be more than a spectator by visiting central.edu. Looking at the stats from the second game, 28-26, it goes in favor of Cedar Rapids Xavier. In the game, Eve McGill with 12 kills, Akila Jefferson with 10, leading the way for Pella. Natalie Clayberg with 7, and Emily Holterhouse has 9. 21 total kills in the 2 games played so far for Pella. 20, make that 37 for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Jasmine Yamalkowski, by far and away the assist leader with 29 for Xavier. Anna Vanderwall of Pella with 17 assists. 17 blocks for Pella, 2 team blocks for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Our officials are Bruce Huddleston, Maurice Frazier, and the line judges, Al Clary and Ted Moser. So we're getting about ready for the third game. The teams switch sides. So in this one, it will be Pella to your left side of the screen and Xavier in the green to the right. So far, as our key Kruger Seeds dig of the match so far, I would have to say, is by Olivia Richards, I believe, I should double check that number. The serve by Xavier into the net sets up Pella with the first point of the game. Pella also had the first point of the last game. On the service, Courtney Paxton. Now the dig by Kennedy Klein. From the back line, the shot up to the net by Courtney Paxton. And here is a point for Pella. Winners so far today in the Class 5A competition were Ankeny Centennial, Valley, and Cedar Falls. Now the match here with a 2-0 Pella lead. Xavier gets it back across the net. Flipping it to the back row. The pass towards the front line, setting up a kill attempt. Blocked by Pella. A little drop off at the net. Emily Holterhouse tried to get up there to knock it back, but Xavier was able to counter. So Pella with the 2-1 lead. Xavier to your right. Feeds it into the Pella back line. Out the left side. Nice save in the back end by Akila Jefferson for Xavier. Pella sets it up in the middle. Coming back to the left now for Xavier. Here's the set. Look out for the kill attempt from the side. Block at the net by Xavier. And 4 hits ruled against Pella. Go. 2-1 the score. We're waiting for the officials. If that score does change, I thought the point was awarded to Xavier. They're ready to serve it out of bounds. And now we're going to have a discussion. A reminder that more games are headed your way coming up at 6 o'clock. Dallas Center Grimes and Bondurant Farrar on this very same court. They'll keep 2 courts in play through Thursday, and then Friday it becomes 1 court as the championship matches are scheduled for Friday. We, being the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network, bringing you all the games tomorrow starting at 10 and going on through the evening hours, and then on Thursday, the semifinal. So stick around. Now the point has been awarded to Cedar Rapids Xavier. And we have an unwanted break here that many weren't anticipating, as the clarification is being made with the bench score. So now we're ready to go. Service, Xavier. Yamelkowski takes it to Pella's back row. Oh, at the net. It just hung over there. Now the shot won't go over for Pella. Holterhouse tried to dig it across. Point goes to Xavier. They continue serve. Pass to the front line, setting up the little drop off. Nobody able to get there. The point goes to Pella. So again, tied at 3. Service, Pella. Madison Rempe. Low serve, just cleared the net. A dig out of the backcourt for Pella by Klein. They pass it front row. Xavier trying to set it, and a good return attempt by Pella, setting it from the left side. Now from the left side for Xavier. Played perfectly, but the return too long and out of bounds. Eve McGill getting the points. Only a sophomore at 6'5", and she looks like she could grow a little more. This serve just touched the net. Pella keeps it alive. Now Xavier's turn. Ball is kept alive by Pella from the back line to the front line. The set at the net. And a block by Pella. And they return it. Kira Ball had that block for Pella. Emily Holterhouse. Now out of the back all the way long. Point goes to Xavier. 5-3. Couple of Pella players taking a bit of time out to tie the shoelaces. Now the running serve. Set up, and not much chance there. Emma Plima was more or less in a defensive mode. 5-4 in favor of Xavier. Now Pella serving it. Again from the wing. Pella in the air. And not returnable on that one. Good effort that time by Mercedes Berger. It's now 6-4 Xavier. Serve. Into the net on the return. Pella couldn't get it across. Xavier couldn't get it across. 6-5. Xavier. Pella from the serve line. Goes high. Touched at the net by Pella, so they got to get it across quickly. Block. Net. Xavier with good passing. Goes down to the left side. Pella has to get it across on their third hit. Xavier sets it. Pella trying to return it. Claybird. It's returned in the air, and they're going to award the point. Double hit that time by Pella. Xavier will get the point. And service out. We are tied at 6. Goes out. Pella with the point. They're back in front. We get near the midpoint of this game 3. Xavier has won twice, 25-18 and 28-26. How much is left in the tank for both of these teams? 7-6 Pella. They have the attempt to return it. It comes up short. We're tied at 7. That is the third tie that we've had in this one. Service out to the Saints. Running serve. That time by Olivia Richards of Xavier. Richards gets the return across the net, and nobody from Pella. They looked at one another and kind of like, well, you take it. No, you take it. And by that time, the ball hit the court. 8-7. Xavier looking for a substitution in the Xavier lineup. And a shot here by Pella off Claybird goes out of bounds. Xavier players getting into it. Off the bench, they up and cheer every point that's made. Serve here for the Saints. At the net. Pella tries to set it, but it's going to go out of bounds, and no way for Pella to save it. So now Xavier has taken the lead at 10-7. And they put together a run of 3 unanswered points. Xavier's serve is low, but Pella digs it out to the net and across. Set up by Xavier, gets a point. Either Yamalkowski or Emily Jasper could be credited for that point. Xavier serve into the net. Point goes to Pella. Trying to just skim the top of it, and it didn't quite make it. Pella will serve. Claiborne from the back row. Spins it ahead. That might have been out had Pella let it go. Now it's Xavier's turn. From the back, they're going to get the drop off on the inside. 12-8 in favor of the Saints. Substitution coming into the Xavier lineup is Katie Garrison, replaces Mercedes Berger. Our substitutions being brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Now the little running shot by Xavier. Into the net. Pella cannot make a play. The Saints are up 13-8. Excuse me. Here's Pella with a nice return, and it's going to be unplayable. Into the upper deck. Sign that young lady up. Good hands with the catch up in the upper deck. The result of that play is that Pella gets it out of bounds. Libero is serving. Kennedy Klein. Xavier gets it back to Pella. Off Natalie Claiborne. She really wasn't ready for that one, and she indicated so. Back and forth taking turns, but at this point of the game, it has been Xavier rolling off 2 points to every one that Pella gets. That's just the momentum of the game. Here's the block. It's out of bounds. And the point goes to Xavier, 15-9. 2 aces so far in this one, and they both belong to Xavier by Yamalkowski. Xavier with the serve. Pella will counter. Xavier getting it up to the net for the return. Here it comes by Claiborne. Dug out of the backcourt. Now a dig for Pella by Klein. And a return by the libero ball for Xavier. Across the net, and a nice shot for the 6'5" Eve McGill. 16-9, and we have a timeout on the floor taken by the Lady Dutch of Pella. With timeout on the floor, it is Cedar Rapids Xavier 16 and Pella 9.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
(16-9) in favor of Cedar Rapids Xavier. Right now, leading the way with 11 kills for Pella is Emily Holterhouse. With 4 is Jenna Schulte. For Xavier, Eve McGill has 13. The serve and the ball in play. After the Pella timeout, there's the hit. And another kill for Eve McGill. And again, almost a 10-point margin. That's her 14th kill on the day. 11 kills for Akila Jefferson. Jefferson's not out there right now for Xavier. Almost a block, double block at the net. Xavier keeps it alive. Pella, Xavier, Pella. Pella to the left, Xavier to the right. Now Xavier with a nice dig. And to the net. Pella has to make a play out of it low. They do. Xavier moving ahead, little drop pass that time, but Pella counters, and the ball is in. Off the hands, it's spun away from Akila Jefferson. 17-10. Pella with serve. Xavier has won the first two sets, 25-18 and 28-26. Here's the lob, the pass at the center line, back to Xavier. They're going to keep it alive, and the ball goes down low. Pella could not make a play, 18-10 in favor of the Saints. Still looking to name our Cougar Seeds Dig of the Match defender. A couple of players, one from each team here that we're considering as the Saints go long with the attempted return. The point goes to Pella. 18-11. And I think we got a substitution coming. We have a timeout taken here by Cedar Rapids Xavier. 18-11. The Saints lead the Lady Dutch by 7.
At Fairway, we're all about fresh. Fresh ingredients, refreshingly low prices, and now, fresh new offerings store-wide. Come try our new convenient grab-and-go meal kits. Discover an even bigger selection of the brands you love. And see how we've updated our stores to make every shopping trip easier, faster, and fresher. Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about. At Fairway.
And we are back at the U.S. Cellular Center. Girls State Volleyball Tournament 2018. You're watching us on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's digital network, powered by Mid-American Energy, the Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. As the long shot nearly onto the media table to our right, Xavier able to get it back into play. Pella now trying to keep it alive, and the shot gives the ball back to Xavier. We had a substitution there, our substitutions. Both sides with the substitution. Back into the Xavier lineup comes Mercedes Berger, and she will serve. Pella with 5 players back toward the back line, and the shot is down by Pella. Give them now 12 points. 19-12, Xavier with the lead. You're watching the Mid-American Energy Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Thank you for joining us today. The invitation's here for you to join us through the remainder of the week as well. The shot that time for Eve McGill results in a point. Pella cannot make the play on it. 20-12 is the score. As Xavier with the serve. Pella trying to counter. And Pella goes out with the return shot. 21-12. Xavier looking to win this one in 3 straight. As right now they're on path to do that. Pella trying to come back from a 9-point deficit. Here's the return, a dig that time by Xavier. And the shot is down from the right side. Getting the shot down was Olivia Richards. Another timeout on the floor. 22-12 is the score. As Xavier won the opening game 25-18, and the other game, second game, just completed not too long ago. It went a little bit longer, 28-26 in favor of Xavier. Right now it's a 10-point advantage, Xavier, and they could close it out here unless Pella can come up with a big rally. So far that hasn't been the modus operandi for Pella. IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. Be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINS.com today. So Xavier with the serve, and a 3 points away from wrapping this one up in 3 sets. Xavier will get the dig. Pella with a nice thing. And Xavier with a little drop-off. Pella could not react quickly enough on the left side. Kleberg was there. Jenna Schulte also was there. We're going to watch Pella here with a return. Xavier. And Xavier goes, Pella goes long rather. So we have Xavier. They haven't put the point on the scoreboard yet. Yes, they did. The point went to Pella. I apologize. Pella with the serve. Out of the backcourt. Pella with a high pass. Getting the set. And there goes along another dig in the backcourt by Xavier. Now it goes to the left side. Pella drops it off. And coming back. Pella with an attempt at the dig. Working the pass. Xavier. And the shot is just out. Or it's in. It's ruled in. 24-13. Nice shot that time. And Xavier with the serve. Olivia Richards. Coming to the right side. Kleberg tried to keep it alive. At the net. The shot is down, and that's it. Cedar Rapids Xavier putting the cap on this one as they win in 3 sets. Xavier 25, Pella 13. So Xavier advances into the semifinals. And they'll take on the winner of our second match of the day here on Court 2. Dallas Center Grimes and Bondurant Farrar scheduled to start at 6. We'll take a break and we'll return.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
They say Buena Vista University is in the...
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
So we have a final here from the U.S. Cellular Center. It is Cedar Rapids Xavier, the second seeded team, advancing to the semifinals. They'll play on Thursday at noon here on court number 2. They win in 3 sets by scores of 25-18, 28-26, and 25-13. During our matches here today, we had a number of players that came up with some pretty decent digs, but our dig of the match, brought to you by Kruger Seeds dig of the match, would have to go to... she was a key back there. She had 10 digs on the day. So that does it from here for now. The next match on this court is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, which we'll have for you at that time. Once again, the final. Cedar Rapids Xavier moves to 28-8. Pella closes at 31-7. Xavier wins in 3 sets to advance to the next round. 25-18, 28-26, 25-13. Our thanks to our producers, engineers, and that's going to do it for now from the U.S. Cellular Center I'm Lance Reno, courtside on court 2. See you all about 6 o'clock.